going on, beautiful people? I just made it back from Cali and I had to run back here to tell you all about my experience out there. Wow, yo, I've been there for probably about a week now. The main purpose was really some real estate stuff, but other than that, it was to go see Kendrick Lamar's pop-out concert, all right? And it's crazy because when the tickets went on sale, you know, it sold out almost immediately. I mean, almost immediately. So for me to even try to lock in these tickets was miraculous in itself. So went, bought the tickets, and I was like, you know what, let me just make a whole trip out of it. So I want to kind of recap that whole day because this day is definitely going to go down in history forever. Forever. It'll go down in history forever. So just I got to take myself back really quick. So it was crazy, though. It was crazy. It was so crazy. So I wake up, you know, I remember I had on this jersey, right? Legacy, because to me, there's nothing more important than legacy. And you see, I was in Cali, I had to do the 24 RP Kobe. So I remember I wake up in the morning, I get dressed. Well, guys, today is the day, June 19th, 2024. We are going to the Pop Out and Show 'em concert with Kendrick Lamar and friends. You see, I had to do it in the mirror so you could see the back of it, legacy. And I remember I'm about 15-20 minutes from the Kia Forum, and the show's supposed to start about 4 o'clock, but they said, you know, to get there early. So I'm like, okay, let me get dressed, let me go get some breakfast, and then head over there. I should reach there about like 2:30. When 2:30 came around, I pull up into the parking lot, and the parking lot is packed. Parking lot is already jam-packed. Everybody is there. We not just on time, we are super early, right? So I'm walking up and I see the merchandise. So I'm like, okay, well, let me at least get some merchandise, you know, because I'm sure afterwards it's probably gonna be sold out. So I walk up to the merchandise booth and, you know, that's where I got this, the PG Lang. I could not leave without something. I also got, sometimes you gotta pop out and show t-shirt, long sleeves, right? And then I got a poster because I have to commemorate this moment in history. It's better if it's right side up. I had to commemorate this moment in history. So we walk inside now, and everyone's trying to gather their last little food and drinks they can before entering inside of the main arena. So anyway, so I go inside now, inside the arena, and everybody is gathered around the stage who has floor tickets, right? And everyone's settling in now. And then all of a sudden, you know, around 4:10, you hear a voice come up, and it's E40's voice.
It's your player partner, Phony One. I'd like to welcome y'all to the Pop Out Box. Tonight is a celebration of what makes the left coast the best coast.
And then DJ Head comes out.
I've been hearing a lot of people talking like, oh, that sounds too West Coast. Well, I got bad news for you today. This shit is gonna get real West Coast.
Now DJ Head comes out, he's the first DJ. And again, we don't know what's about to transpire. We don't know who we're about to see, but we see DJ Head come out. So anyway, so he brings out Westside Boogie, Jason Martin, a few of the other artists. And then now, it goes dark, and all of a sudden you see Tommy the Clown come out. Now Tommy the Clown, I know him from the documentary that they did a few years back. And then they brought out Mustard. Now Mustard comes out, and of course if you didn't know Mustard before, you knew him now because he made the beat for one of Kendrick's most popular songs right now, Not Like Us. So now we're excited because we're like, if Mustard's coming out, that means Kendrick's not too far behind. So Mustard comes out, and now he brings out Ty Dolla Signs and Blast, right? Because again, we didn't know who was gonna be there, so he brings out Steve Lacy. Now, I didn't know who Steve Lacy was before, but after that, I definitely know who he is now. So then after Steve Lacy, it was like the crowd started just, you know, waiting to see who's gonna come out next, and all of a sudden, Tyler the Creator jumps out of the woodworks, right? So now Tyler comes out on stage. They lost their minds when Tyler the Creator came out. If you got minds, yo. Like, they knew every word. They couldn't believe their eyes. They couldn't believe he was there. So then afterwards, they did a tribute to Nipsey.
And when the song come on, I want you to sing this shit so you can hear you up there, you hear me? Lights in the sky, lights in the sky. You know this shit, sing this shit so he can hear you.
You know, I had to write all this down, you know, because it was such an amazing, it's a blessing to even be able to relive this moment.
Where your hoes at? Where your rolls at? Where your backbone, nigga? Where your code at? Where your down since day one, real bros at? Where them stories that you telling on phone at? Where your heart, nigga? Where your soul at? We got old school ways we expose at. Ain't no guarantees, but you know that niggas die every.
And then after the tribute, we had Roddy Ricch came out. And then after Roddy was YG. YG came out and it exploded in there. I did not know YG was loved like that. Then after YG now, it's like they had a break. So we had maybe like a 30-minute break. We knew this was probably the last break of the night before Kendrick came on. So now everyone's rushing back to their seats because we hear E40 narrate.
Rise to the occasion. You love when they count you out.
Now E40, he finishes narrating. Then all of a sudden, all the lights turn off in the arena. And then the stage opens up and Kendrick emerges. And there's a red light that's shining on him and he starts off with the euphoria. And it was such an important and impactful tone to the rest of the show.
Them superpowers get neutralized, I can only watch in silence. The fronts once be once lose, looking paranoid and now spiraling. Your movement just like a degenerate, every antique is feeling distasteful. I calculate you, not as calculated, I can be predict your angle.
Right, because this is of course one of the songs that, you know, he did when he was going with the beef against Drake.
But don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell you about you.
Even to the shoo, or the shoo. Beep, beep, beep. Right, the beep, beep, beep. And the whole arena just erupt together. Right? He does that, and then he goes into Element, DNA. He specifically chose his outfit. He specifically chose every track. He specifically chose the form. He specifically chose the date. Everything was so specific. Everything had meaning. Everything was purposeful. Because he knew this was for his legacy. He knew this was going to define him and what people will be talking about for years to come. This was one of the major part of his, maybe the most important part of his legacy. When Schoolboy Q came out, the whole arena was shaking, it was vibrating. And I think I was recording and you could see the whole, I couldn't even stand up straight. You know? I think people were in tears. It was, it was a divine moment in history. So then after he does na-na-na-na, right? So Like That comes out, and we're expecting to see Future, we're expecting to see Metro come out. But he goes straight to his verse, right? Just to tell you what time he's on, just to tell you what part of the show is coming on right now. And then he does he says something cryptic, you know, he's talking about legends. He's like, you know, where would we be without our legends?
So where will we be?
Without Section 80.
Without our legacy. Come on.
And then that's when Dr. Dre comes out. And you see Dr. Dre out there walking towards Kendrick, right? And doing his song Still Dre, and then dropping California Love afterwards. It was a surreal moment. And then when Dre walks off the stage, and Kendrick's like, oh, Dre, you didn't want to talk to the people? You didn't want to say something else? And then Dre's like, psst, I see dead people.
Mustard on a beat, how deep, bro. Any rap nigga, he a freak, though. Man down, call an ambulance, tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like...
I will never forget that moment. And then when he gets to A minor, and then he holds it. After about 10, 15, 20 seconds, we realize, oh, he's just gonna sit here for a while. Oh, we're just gonna take in the moment for a little bit. Let's sit here for a little bit. Let's take in this moment, right? And then he pulls it back up and he does it for a second time. And now the whole crowd is singing it word for word. He doesn't even have to start it. And then he stops at the A minor again. And then he pulls it back up for A. And then he pulls it back up. And then now you see everyone coming on stage. And then that moment where you see all of the different sets.
1, 2, 3, 1 West. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
You know, that was a beautiful moment in history. You know, that was a beautiful moment to even witness. So they come together on stage, and you know, Kendrick was getting emotional. He was like, you know, they've been down and out since Nipsey and Kobe died. So this was a really powerful and important moment, you know, in his legacy, in his life. And then they drop the song again.
Mustard on the beat, deep bro, any rap nigga here. Hands down, call an ambulance, tell him. Nail a nigga to the front, he walk around like, what's up with these bony ass nigga? Talk them all in it. How many of they really got? I mean, it's too many. I'm finna pass on his body, I'm John Stockton.
And then they were all dancing to it together on stage. So yeah, that was my experience there at the whole Pop Out and Show 'em concert. That was the most amazing, surreal, electrifying moment of my life thus far. You know, I'm sure we'll be talking about this for probably decades from now. I gotta prove that I was here. I gotta prove I was here. The greatest event I've ever been to witness. People don't even know what they just witnessed. They don't even know.
Let's go, TBT, provide